Hey guys, I'm Call Caesar, and today we're going to be playing Shadowrun Returns. Now, this is a game a friend told me to play a while back. He said I'd be into it because it kind of had the combat system to it was sort of like Fallout, is what he said, and I played the first two Fallout games, so yeah. Anyway, I've beaten this game once and I've loved it, and I just want to play it again and experience it with you guys, so let us begin. We're going to be playing a male character, because, I don't know, since I am male, I associate with male, so I rarely ever play female characters. That's just a personal preference of mine. It's just easier for me to, I can get immersed better this way. So, yeah, excuses aside, let's go see races. Humans. Humans were the only race on Earth until the awakening in 2012. Now they find themselves the definition of average or even normal. They are still the most populous race in the world and thus control many of the most powerful, moneyed, and important positions in society. All humans have a +3 to Karma to start the game. Maximum stats, body 9, quickness 9, so like very balanced. Next up is the elves. Many people, especially other metahuman races, see elves as the most fortunate metahumans. They are more attractive and socially acceptable than the other metahumans. Elves are taller than humans, but have a more slender build. Their hair is usually thicker, longer, and more luxurious than average, and their ears come to a point. Many elves, all elves, have a +1 to Charisma. Maximum stats, body 9, quickness 11, strength 9, charisma 12, intelligence 9, willpower 9. So they're going to be very quick and they're very charismatic. Dwarves. Dwarves are the shortest of the metahuman races. To compensate, their torsos and shoulders are wider than their size would indicate. Thus, their strength is equal to and sometimes greater than the larger races. A side effect of their metahuman nature is increased resistance to pathogens and magic that attacks from within. Okay. And of course they have a stronger and of course they're basically built to be mini tanks, like most dwarves in anything are. Next up is the orcs. Orcs are the fastest breeding race and now are second only to humans in world population. Their size leads to an intimidating silhouette and a body that can take more physical damage than average. Orcs have pointed ears and intimidating teeth or tusks. All orcs have a +1 body, and of course they have a really good body, strength, and that's about it. So these guys can really endure. Although, comparing them to the dwarves, well, I mean, it just looks like the points from willpower went into body. So, yeah. And they already get a free beam body, so body is like what they're all about. And next up are the trolls. Trolls are the largest metahuman race. Heavy prejudice against them has led people to assume trolls have lowered intelligence, but in reality, there is no proof of this. Trolls have pointed ears, intimidating teeth or tusks, and many have horn-like growths that other metahumans do not manifest. And all trolls have a +1 to body and +1 to strength. Now, these guys are like the super fighter types. The only downside, and I don't understand why they say that they say there's no proof that trolls have a lowered intelligence, but their intelligence is, the max is 6, so I'd like to call shenanigans there. But aside from that, if you're going to be playing a very melee heavy game, these are the guys to go. Generally though, I tend to go for the more charismatic characters. I like talking a lot in games, I like doing that sort of thing. So I might gravitate over to the elves. But I'm interested in seeing how orcs might play as well, because I haven't played as an orc before. I think Thing is, they tend to get some more... Little things in this game tend to matter, so people will call you an orc. If you're an orc, and they might say something derogatory. If you're an elf, maybe some orcs will make fun of you, but most people are just like, oh, look at them, all fancy and stuff. And, yeah. I think I'm gonna play as an orc. I'll play as an orc. And now here comes the tough part. Picking my archetype, basically a class. So, reading it left from right. The Street Samurai is a freelance operative who follows a code of street honor. They are learned in the ways of the traditional samurai warrior and in the practices of modern combat. Samurai sell their skills for profit and work to take out the dishonorable scum that seem to breed in the urban sprawl. And these guys are based around just fighting in general. Mage. Mages specialize in the casting of spells, but that doesn't mean they can't shoot guns as well. Rather, magic is the center of their life. Their spells reflect a pure balance of the mana sphere and cover a wide range of magical effects from offensive damage attacks to character augmentation or degrading spells to healing spells. And these are mages, straight up. Next up is Deckers. Deckers use a cyber deck to jack into the Matrix, the worldwide information grid and computer network. By projecting their minds into the electronic world, Deckers can find secrets others keep hidden away. They use programs and expert systems to fight off the protections that megacorporations place in their way. And so this is basically like the hacking class, the computer tech class. Next up is Shaman. Shamans believe that their magic comes from a great totem spirit that guides their life path. Bear, cat, coyote, eagle, or raccoon. Shaman relationships with their totems allow them to summon spirits and command them to do their bidding. Shamans have the skill to conjure spells that mages cannot. Thing about these guys is, I mean, they kind of got magic, but it works differently than a normal mage. See, they can summon spirits, and the issue with that is they need a decent charisma, otherwise they lose control of the spirit. So they basically bring in another person to fight beside them, but the takeaway is that if they don't have a high enough charisma, or I think maybe a willpower as well, they lose control of it. On the upside, they have someone to take the hits for them, and they can be really strong too. Next up is a class that's actually kind of similar, but on the more tech side. You have Rigger. Riggers use cyber tech to jack their minds into and control small robot-like vehicles called drones. Riggers use their rigging abilities to provide surveillance, support, and extra firepower when required. These guys can really wreck if you've got really strong drones. So, having a little mobile tank can really help out as well. Downside is they can blow up, and if they blow up, that'll probably hurt anyone around them. So, And last up is Physical Adept. Adepts are magically active characters who focus their magic internally to develop their utmost potential, physically, mentally, and spiritually. As adepts unlock new abilities, they become honed physical machines, using their magic to enhance their close combat abilities. And basically, they're your monks. To put it in simpler terms, I could not. I'm thinking for this orc character, I mean, it would just seem ridiculous if we chose maybe shaman, if you ask me, because one of our lowest things is charisma, so we wouldn't be getting the most out of it. Granted, we're not as unbalanced as the trolls, but there's more wiggle room, I suppose, with an orc too, so you could play as any of these, honestly, as an orc. But I feel like you wouldn't be getting the most out of it. I'm thinking Street Samurai, because it's always a good go-to. If you don't know what to play, you can always go Street Samurai, because it's just so versatile. And so, I'm gonna pick this. And now here comes the cool part. We can design how this guy looks. But we shall save that for the next video. thank you all for watching, and have a good day. So long.